In every story, behind every major event, at the source of every revolution, there is always a man who captures the vision, pursues a dream, and sacrifices himself at the risk of his life for others. Ivory Coast gave birth to a man, an exceptional man with multiple gifts and talents, a man who fought and beat back and forth the devil and all his cohorts. He is a researcher, a trainer, reformer, greatest Pentecostal in the world. He is about to take you into his past to make you relive his story, the fascinating story of an extraordinary man. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the triumphant warrior, the master in the spirit, the founding president of Mission Mondiale Évangélico, Fondation Jokeirrocher. Look at what is happening in Israel. Today everything is okay. Tomorrow, things are not well. When we see the people of Israel are suffering, but they have the solution. It's only that they don't want to say it. Today, people may say, why is it that God doesn't do anything? And Arabs always attack the Jews. And people are accusing God. But I'm a defender of God. God will respond, I give them the peace. If they can only accept Jesus, they will recover that peace. But if they refuse Him, things are going to remain the way it is. Jesus is at the door. If they can only shout unto Him, He will help them. So if you have some problem, behave like the Brazilian. I encourage them. They repented and came back to God. You can fall down, but always wake up. You can make a mistake, but always ask for mercy. Brazilians turned their back to God, but they came back to Jesus. Ask for mercy. And today all the calamities stopped. I'm telling to my brother the Jews because I also love them. I love the Jews because Jesus said salvation comes from Jews. I'm telling them, please accept Jesus. You will have peace with Arabs. You will have peace with the neighborhood. They've shared the country into two. Palestine is another side, and the Jews are the other side. But there are always some problems because they refuse to accept Jesus. The day the Jews will accept Jesus, He will give them peace. He will give peace to the Jews and also to the Palestinians. And they will suddenly realize that they are brothers. They will embrace themselves and recognize that they are brothers. They have the same father, Abraham. You are from the offspring of Abraham, as well as we are. But if there will be a reconciliation, but if Jesus is not in their midst, things can never work. Because the one that grants peace is not there. If a child today doesn't have a father or a mother, he will have problems. He cannot find some food and doesn't even know where to sleep. But when his parents are there, there will be peace. He has a place where to sleep, to eat. He goes to school. Even if the parents are not there, he is an orphan. Some other people can replace their parents. Some uncle, aunties, even the neighbors. Because when the child is 7 or 8 years old, cannot do anything by himself. He also needs a help. Our principal help, pillar, is Jesus. God the Father, I'm defending Him before the camera. Let every Jew hear me. That in Côte d'Ivoire here, there's a man called Jokeirrocher who says, you deserve peace. You and the Arabs, you will have to reconcile yourself. But first, shout unto Jesus. Don't go to the wall of lamentation to pray for, I don't know what. Just receive Jesus. Like the Brazilians gave you the example. And then you will have peace. Jesus is the Savior. Jesus is the solution to the problem that we have. On earth, every man has some problems. The only one that can give peace is Jesus. There's something that is the solution. You can have all the money, all the gold, you can be rich. But if you don't have peace, if your soul doesn't have peace, there is something that is amiss. For this peace is that God the Father has given to Jesus to send it to us. Peace came here on earth through Jesus. He that have Jesus has the peace. This is why Jesus told His disciple, I leave you my peace. You need the peace for your soul to rest in peace. It's not the day that you will die that your soul will rest in peace. But your soul didn't have the peace with Jesus. It cannot have peace. Something you didn't receive. It's like today you don't have money and say, go and buy a car. How are you going to do that? It's like when you don't have money, you cannot eat. So you need some money to eat and to have a house. You don't have peace on earth. Jesus didn't give you that peace. And you say you want peace. Even Israel today have some problems because they need Jesus. God sent them the peace in Jesus. But the Jew has tried to manage. I'm not accusing them. But it's only what I'm telling them, it's the truth.